Dolla is finally out with another single. I actually skipped their last song, Raya or Raya, because I was told that it's more connected to their tradition and their religion, and I don't know much about it, so I decided I wasn't going to do it. I certainly do not want to say anything that will offend anybody, but I'm excited for this one. Berani is the title, and I was told that it actually means courage or the guts to do something or being brave. Let's get to it. Animation. Oh, I love the color. It's pink. Oh gosh, I love the visuals. Wait a minute. Wait. I like the intro, how they kept it very simple. There was just one string instrument and then it was the voice. What it allowed me to do was concentrate on the beauty of the voice. Besides, when you have a voice as beautiful as this one, you don't need any kind of instrument. She could have sang that part a cappella, it would still have been beautiful, maybe even more beautiful with a string instrument. But that was perfect as it is. So I was able to concentrate on her voice, and it's such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful voice. And I'm not saying this like beautiful in a way that, oh, she can carry a tune. It's just a beautiful voice. I also appreciated, I was also able to concentrate on the lyrics, which brings me to the next part, and that's the lyrics. It's like a poetry for me. It's very thought out. It's not like, you know, words put together just to make it sound good or just to fit the melody or the beat of the song. It's like a poetry to me, and I think that's superior writing in terms of lyrics of a song. There's so much message in those two sentences. The layers is just there's no bottom to it. It's a bottomless in terms of depth. Something like there's it's pitch dark, but even in light I'm still confused. Like we're always told there's a light at the end of the tunnel, or that the sun will rise again, but people do come into that state in their life where even the light isn't enough to put them on track, to make them feel better, or to give them courage. So I think that's like the levels and the depths to the message is just unbelievable. Yeah, superior writing. And then so each member is represented by a color, and then there's more color when they came together. So I'm at 41 seconds, and you can see actually the colors being melded together. It's perfect. I love the animation, but I'm wondering, will they ever, I was half expecting that by the time they reach chorus, it's going to transition from animation to live action. So I will actually see the 4 girls, but it's still animation. So, do I actually just need to wait? Or this is it? If they actually do not appear in their own song, it's a very, very interesting choice. Very interesting, but I'd be interested to move forward, which I am supposed to do now. I just love the scenes. Like it actually, oh, I love that. I love that. This scene with their feet. So the succession of scenes with them, showing them doing different things that we all can relate, you know, with our girlfriends. We do different things together, silly things, you know, like playing video games, just sharing stories. But there's so much depth into this scene. I love how their personalities are captured just showing their legs. There's some amount of poetry into that when you see you know, our feet, our legs are what carry us through from one point to another, from point A to point B. It's sort of the main mode of our movement, like our main mode of transportation that allows us to get through from one place to the other. And this is what the song, I think, so far is about, their transition from one place in their life to another. So it is but fitting for them to show the legs and the feet of the girls. I love it. Okay. And I love the escalation, by the way. So from single string instrument to more layers. I love it. But it's still minimal though. So very, very minimal. I love this. I love the red touch. It's a fish. I love this feeling. Oh, this is nice, where you sort of admit, it's okay to admit, like when you're separating from somebody, that when your relationship fades, it's okay to admit that you miss that person, no matter how horrible the relationship ended, no matter how bad the times were. It's still okay to admit it. That's nice. Oh, sorry. Okay, where's that? Okay. So yeah, it's ending. So the song is, this is very consistent with their message, by the way. So the colors is monotone when they're alone. The song is very consistent with their message. Oh, that was a nice touch. Here, yeah, that part where they actually showed the character rising from falling. She's rising with the help of her friends, but she showed her from the point of view that was very unique, from the eyes of the person seeing her rise. Because it's usually when you want to show somebody rising from a fall, you do a wide shot so that you can actually show her getting up. But here, because you see it from the point of view of the friend, you kind of have a more intimate, you become a more intimate audience in her experience of rising. So that was a nice touch. So yeah, so I guess the song is about ending, knowing that the time of a relationship has ended and that love is not there anymore, and then finding yourself with the help of your friends. Love is here to stay with me. Yeah. It's very consistent with their message, and this is how, just let me finish this video. Why did they not, this is curious though, why they didn't appear in their own, why they chose the animation route. I wonder if they actually explained it. Oh, then they found her. It all ends here, and on the inside. Now I'm brave. Nice. I love it. So several things. It's very uncommon for any kind of group to actually not appear. Any artist actually, and not just in Asia, but in all over the world. It's very rare. Not that it has never been done before, but it's very rare for them to not appear in their own video. Because a music video is actually a marketing tool. It's not part of the music. It's just a marketing tool. So you want your artist to actually appear in the video. So for them to not appear in their own video and actually allow an animation to carry it through means they're very, very confident of the music they're putting out, which is great. Second is that I appreciate the consistency in their narrative. Now I think there's slowly but getting there. They're finding their identity as artists. They're finding their message, or at least strengthening their message. They've always had it from the beginning, but they're able to build on that message, and they're building their artistry around it. And this is how great artists actually become great artists, when you have a message that you can strongly deliver. You know, Michael Jackson had all those songs that deliver the message of unity, of not looking at people's the color of their skin and stuff. So yes, Black and White, you know, songs like that, Ebony and Ivory. So that's how, and even BTS, they have a consistent message, and now they're finding their consistent message, and it's always been about their strength as women, and I appreciate that. And I love how they don't shy away from their femininity, but they're able to find that ground, that way to make it away from seduction, to pull it away from seduction. Because unfortunately, in many excuse me, in many pop groups or pop artists, seduction has always been many management companies push their female artists towards seduction, and that's how they establish their femininity. But they are able to find a different way of expressing their femininity that does not require sex or seduction. Nice. And I love that they are able to create a song that sort of highlights their vocal power, because we now know that they're great dancers, they're great performers, but this one highlights their vocal power and their vocal skill. And I would love to see a live performance of this. Again, they didn't disappoint. I love it. So watch their MV, Berani, and if you know of any live performance, let me know.